Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2014 found footage science fiction horror film Alien Abduction. This is a film that's directed by Beckerman and it stars Catherine Sigismund, Corey Ide, Riley Polanski, Julian Clare, Jeff Bowser, Peter Holden and Walter Phelan. Now, I mentioned recently that I had the intention of doing another top 10 found footage list. It's probably arguably my favourite genre in regards to horror, the subgenre in horror should I say, and I think found footage when it's done right can be really effective, and this is a film that I've had in my collection. I think I got it on holiday last year, and it was still sealed. I'd only just opened it last night to watch. So I thought I'm going to try and catch up with a lot of these found footage films I haven't seen yet, see what I think of them. And this one is about a family that go camping in North Carolina, and it's kind of based on the real life Brown Mountain Lights up in the North Carolina. And this family, like I said, they go camping, they see these strange lights in the sky. The very next day they're running out of fuel, they get to this tunnel, there's all these abandoned cars, and then they are basically attacked by these otherworldly creatures is the best way to describe it. And the rest of the film is the family scrambling to survive, to escape, to keep themselves safe, whatever you want to call it, scrambling around the woods, in barns, people's homes, trying to get help in the hope of trying to get away from this strange phenomenon. Right, so what are my thoughts on Alien Abduction? Well, I really quite like this, to be perfectly honest. I didn't really have a huge amount of desire to watch it. I didn't think the front cover was particularly interesting, and reading it didn't sound particularly interesting, the back cover and things like that. And then I was talking to my brother about it, and he says, "Oh no, it's really good. You want to watch it." It was really scary, I felt. So I did. I watched it last night with my wife. Neither of us had seen it before, and wow, I thought it was really effective, this film. It delivered on every level that you would hope to look for in a found footage film. And there's a few, and I've said this before when I've done found footage reviews, there's a certain checklist I do in my head when I'm watching them. Is there a reason to film? And there is in this. They had the son in the family is autistic, so he films everything. It's his comfort blanket, if you like. Which made sense, which is why he still feels the need to film things when things are going down, because he's even more scared at that point, so he's going to keep filming because it's his comfort blanket. So that actually made perfect sense to me. I didn't mind that at all. I thought the family dynamics all worked. You saw at the beginning they had this huge row in the car. Anybody with a family knows it's a very easy thing to do, to have a row in a car. So the family dynamics felt real, they felt viable. I believed this family, I believed these actors' performances on screen. I genuinely didn't have a problem with any of the performances here. I thought even the kid who was playing the autistic kid did absolutely fine, even though you barely saw him, you only really heard him a lot of the times. So all that kind of worked as well. And the way the film was structured as well, it was, it teased things initially, like these lights in the sky were very good, and then that whole sequence when they get to that tunnel and they're walking through and there's all these abandoned cars, and it's really creepy and freaking. You know something's about to happen, and then when it does, you didn't expect to see everything that you saw, and it was really shocking. And then what happens to some of the characters and things like that. It was really effective, I think, in how it's structured. It scares this film. It wasn't chock full of cheap scares. I don't remember it being. I thought they were all quite well earned, the scares in this film, and sometimes all you saw was just like a bright light outside a building, and this huge noise, and you knew they were there even though you might not necessarily have seen one of them. and that's enough to get you know, the hair in the back of your neck standing up. There was a couple of times watching this, my wife even said to me, she says, I'm frozen in this sofa, I can't move, because it was scaring her that much. Now to me, that's a film doing its job properly. You know, regardless of what you think of any film really, if a horror film or a found footage film is doing its job and scaring you, literally freezing you into your seat, I would suggest that it's done its job. So for me, I thought all the scares in this were really, really effective. I actually was really quite impressed as well with the effects. What little effects we got, and we started with the lights in the sky, I thought they were nicely done. Subtle, but really, really worked. And then the creature effects, because you don't see them, they don't linger on these creatures. So you kind of see them just for a second here and there. I think if you'd probably seen them for more than that, it might have just looked like a man in a suit, I'm guessing. But how they filmed it was very fleeting glimpses here and there, but it was enough to scare the hell out of you. It's like that Shyamalan film Signs. That scene when that alien walks across at the birthday party. You don't see much, but it's really effective. Similar concept here. I thought it worked really, really well, because you don't see an awful lot, but what they show you was effective. So I thought this was actually really quite effective found footage film. I enjoyed it. It scared me. It was a fun, entertaining, scary film. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was well made, and it is certainly one that will be in for consideration in my next found footage top 10 list. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't seen Alien Abduction and you're a fan of found footage, I would suggest it's certainly one checking out. So I will see you back for more content on Screen Stars very, very soon. Thank you for watching, everybody.